Soft skills are abilities to work and relate with other people. Soft skills are important for your success at school, but they're especially important when you go look for a job. This video is going to cover the top 10 soft skills that employers are looking for based on Indeed.com, which is the world's largest website for job searches. Hello, everyone. My name is Yoav, and I help people develop life, learning, and leadership skills to transform their world as part of the 3 L's Academy. The first skill you should develop is communication. Communication is important at school since you are expected to write essays and make presentation, but it's especially important for your future employment since most employers would expect you to write reports and sometimes make presentation. To develop your communication skill, take writing intensive courses. You probably have to take a couple of those courses, particularly English classes, but look for other courses that require you to write essays and make presentations. When you have a project requires writing or presenting, go to the writing center or work with tutors in order to get the feedback that you need to improve your writing and oral communication skills. Another very important skill that you should develop is leadership. Employers want leaders who can manage team and lead projects. To develop a leadership skill in school, you should join a leadership development program if there is one at your school. You can also become an officer in a student club or organization. And finally, you can join the Student Government Association. A third important skill is teamwork. Teamwork is important in school since sometimes you have to work together as a team to produce an essay or make a presentation, but it's especially important for employers who are looking for people who can work with other people, collaborate, and produce products together. To develop a teamwork skill, look for classes that have team projects. You can also find collaborative work at school or outside of school while you're a student. You can take workshop on teamwork. And finally, if you're in college, you can become a resident advisor, which require you to manage and lead other students, but also work with a team together with other RAs and the housing office. A fourth important skill is adaptability. Adaptability is important in school because you have to work in different situations and take different classes, but it's also important in your workplace since you might face a variety of different situations at work and will have to figure out how to deal with them. To develop your adaptability, take different courses. So no matter what your major or area of focus are, try to take something that's quite different and require you to adapt your thinking. Another great way to develop adaptability is to join a study abroad program. This could be a short-term program with a teacher, or it could be a semester or even a year-long program where you study in another country and transfer the credits back to the United States. You can also seek different experiences from volunteering to different types of work. The important thing is try different things while you're at school, which will force your mind to adapt to different cultures, different people, and different situations. Another very important skill you should develop is self-management. When you go from high school to college, you're expected to manage your own schedule and figure out how to do well in your classes. Employers expect people to be independent, so they're looking for good self-management skills. To develop good self-management skill, you should set goals for every class that you're in and for every job that you do. Also, create a calendar. Make sure you schedule all your events and assignments on the calendar and create a deadline for yourself that's earlier than the official deadline. That way, you gain control over your schedule. Finally, you can have an accountability partner. An accountability partner could be a fellow student or even a family member that makes sure that you stay on task and knows your goal and make sure that you are doing what you promised you're going to do. The next important skill is having organizational skill. Organizational skill is the ability to use a resource around you to produce good results, which is again something that is very helpful at school, but something that's extremely important when you have a job. To develop organizational skill, create a to-do list. Have things that you need to do now, meaning this week, and things that you need to do later. Also, organize your space. When your space is organized, your mind is organized. The next important skill is having computer skills, or what some people refer to as digital fluidity. Employers are expecting you to learn different programs, whether it's Quicken for accounting or Dreamweaver for web designing, and you have to be able to deal with a variety of technologies that are going to be continuously changing throughout your career. To develop your digital fluidity, take computer science courses, even if it's not required. You should also use your skills whenever possible. So for example, if you work for an office and you have some graphic designing skill, offer to design a poster for them. And finally, be creative in your classes. So if your teacher allows you to submit an assignment by creating a video or podcast instead of writing, use the creative way to turn in the assignment. That way you can practice your computer skills and digital fluidity. Another extremely important skill is problem solving. Problem solving is, of course, essential at school, but it's also something that employers are looking for. Almost every class requires problem solving, but you should try to take classes that are particularly challenging that would force you to really think about problems. You can also work with tutors, which will require you to explain how to solve problems. And if you did well on some courses, you can become a tutor yourself and help other students. Employers are also looking for somebody who's open-minded. Open-mindedness is the willingness to accept a variety of situations, a variety of people, and different culture. To become more open-minded, try going to different culture events. Meet people that are different than you and engage in discussion with a variety of people. The final skill, which is not as important at school, but very important for employers, is customer service or active listening. To develop your customer service skills while at school, get a job where you work with customers, volunteer, or find a position of leadership where you have to work with other people. So this video covers the top 10 skills that you should develop while at school in order to make yourself more employable. I hope that you found this video useful, and as always, happy learning.